Hey, and welcome to another episode of Real Conversation. I'm your host, Nicole Jones,
And I'm Quanitary.
and we would like to thank you guys for joining us here tonight on Real Conversations.
Thank you again for joining. Nicole, I always love your introductions. Thank you for joining us. I love it. I love it.
I'll be
Um,
trying sometimes.
ah, you don't try, you do. So let's change that verbiage.
Boom.
Exactly. So, welcome to another Thursday night conversation. We have a great show for you tonight. It is one that I'm sure many people can relate to. But first and foremost, I'll let Nicole go through her spiel, what she normally does when we start the show. Go ahead, Nicole.
Okay, so like Shaquana said, I have a little spill. So let me start right now. Okay, so welcome to Real Conversations. Today we're talking about a difficult but necessary topic: sleeping with the enemy. Hmm. Sometimes the enemy is not it's not just a stranger. It's someone. It could be a loved one. It could be a family member. It could be when I say loved one, I mean your significant other. It could be a family member. It can be a close friend. So what does something like that look like? I said sleeping with the enemy, and I said it can be a close friend. Girl, but it's
And
true.
it's very true. It's very true. And that term is used in synonymous with many different relationships, right? Not just romantic, but platonic and also familial, right? So it can be
Yes.
used interchangeably. So what you said was right, Nicole.
So it's like, what happens when love begins to look like control, manipulation, lies, or emotional warfare? Let's talk about this.
Okay, let me set the stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you hanging with someone, or even worse, sleeping with someone or being intimate with someone whose sole purpose is to destroy you, to cut you down, to make sure that what they do to you messes you up so much that sometimes you don't want to even live. You won't know if you're going to survive it, or almost so much so that you would never escape their grips.
Hmm.
Imagine having that person in your life close to you, and they're playing a role. Now, some people play roles for 10 more than 10 years, right? But they're playing
True.
they actually come in, gain your trust, act like they love you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All to, like Nicole said in her spiel, emotionally manipulate you, or just create such a traumatic experience that you don't even deal with.
It's basically gaslighting, you know? It's basically gaslighting. Like I wish that we could just get back to the normal way of things, Like, where do these people get this stuff from? Like, why is it that we cannot have a normal friendship, relationship, family lifestyles? Like, why can't we get back to the norm? Like, I would love to get back to the norm. But let's get back to this.
I personally feel that it has always been like this, right? There are just now terms attached to it, but we've had partners be jealous of us when we were younger. We didn't know what to call it. we've had friends and family want to sabotage us just because they're jealous of us, right? Or just because they feel as if they don't like what you do or how you do things. Oh, I want to cut that person down to size, or that person thinks that they're better than I am. No, it's not that that person thinks that they're better than you. I think you have to worry about why you think that person is better than you. You know what I'm saying? It's
I would say, in regards to what you just stated, when it comes to I think you see it more with family because you're around them more,
mhm,
and we tend to put it on the back burner because it's family.
mhm,
You know what I mean? We tend to, you know, you gotta love your family. You gotta be they're gonna be here no matter what. And as you get older, you realize, listen, you can kick family to the curb too. You know, because your peace comes first. Like you can't sit there and try to tear me down. And I worked real hard to build what it is that I have up. I'm not gonna allow anybody, I don't care who you are, to tear down what it is that I built up. You know, and it takes them longer or harder, whichever, way you go to do what it is that they need to do. So, or what it is that they need to build up. I'm sorry. I cannot speak today. It's just
you
what
good.
it is. I'm
You're
sorry.
good. And you're right. You know, you see it more so in a familial setting because you're always around them. Um, it you know a lot of it too is if you're not aware, it's covert, right? There's certain things that we should be picking up on when people talk to us or even talk about us that we don't pick up on until sometimes it's too late, right? And let's talk about, and a lot of people don't want to talk about this portion of it, but it's not always what that person is showing you or telling you on the physical, right?
Mhm.
That person can be smiling in your face, giving you all types of compliments. Oh, I love you. We are the best of friends, or I want to spend the rest of my life with you, whatever it may be. But in the background, spiritual tools are being used to sabotage you and every single thing that you have built. It happens.
And that's where you end up in toxic relationships. That is a toxic situation that you
Yeah.
need to, we need to be able, our first toxic relationships are with our family, and then we end up moving on, when we get to, dealing with other people in friendships, in relationships, or whatever. And we need to identify, what they are so we can, kick them to the curb so everything else can, fall where they may. But like Shaquana said, like, can you hear
I
me?
I can hear you. Yeah, and listen, I don't even have to do the Bruce Lee thing. You're looking good. Go ahead. You're looking good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end, so but we're working through it. But
So,
yeah. So I'm sorry. Let's get back to what you were saying. You were saying something, and I kind of lost track of what you were saying.
oh no, you actually were talking about, you know, when I talked about, spiritual, you said that's how you get into toxic behaviors
Oh
or toxic.
yeah, relationships. Yeah.
Um, it toxicity really is what you invite in, right? It's whatever what you are going to take from somebody. Like, how we say, you teach people how to teach you. Sometimes You get so far off in your emotions that you start to accept things that you would never accept, start to accept behaviors that are are definitely foreign to you and what you normally accept. But guess what? You do it all in the name of love, all in the name of family. And right now we're in a space where pay attention, where we want you to pay
Definitely pay attention.
to every relationship in your life, big or small, whatever it is, and realize whether or not you are sleeping with the enemy. Um, and some people are so good at that; they will get in, they'll infiltrate your family, they'll infiltrate your friendship groups, they'll infiltrate your job, they'll infiltrate so many different places in so many areas of relationships in your life, and will cause a complete collapse of your structure. Be mindful of that as you go through this life, because there are people that are really assigned to F some shit up in your life. And you have to.
Right, and it really impacts, your self esteem, your mental health.
Yeah.
It can impact your children. So it's very important to sit there and be mindful of the situations that you are allowing to enter into your life. You know, if it was there your entire life, or people that you welcome during your journey. But pay attention. And when you see that them negative traits, toss them to the curb. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, like you said, they sit there and they say they love you, right? There's a lot of that. You see a lot of people going through that. And
Yeah.
and it's so, because when you're on the outside looking in, we see it right away. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? We see it right away.
Yeah.
But when you're going through the motions, it's just like you just gotta, because yeah, it's easy for us to go up to a person and be like, hey, baby girl, he not for you, okay? Or she not for you. And all your person, your family members or friends are gonna do is toss you to the curb because, you know, I love him. That's my baby.
I,
He
I
ain't going nowhere.
I love my baby mother. I never left.
What? I know you gonna say, but
I,
it's true. That's just what it is.
you know. But
But
you're
it's
right.
like you gotta recognize healthy love, after experiencing that toxic one. You gotta release the toxic one so you can embrace, you know, what it is that is supposed to be, it's supposed to elevate you. Everything, if you have the wrong person around you, do you know that everything that's going on in your situation crumbles? Everything. Your money, your jobs, your like, if you have children, your children arguing with you, arguing with themselves, like it targeted targets everything.
Yes, yes, yes. Nicole, you said something there. Having the wrong people around you, the wrong person around you, can completely deplete everything you work for. One, because like we always say this, like we are spiritual beings having a human experience, so
Mhm.
everything is spiritual, right? So if you don't know what that person has done, you don't know who they have done wrong, and then now they come into your life, and then now you're taking on, it's almost like, what's that movie, The Sins of My Father. Now you're taking on their stuff, in most cases their karma, right? You're taking that on, and you wondering why your bills are backed up. You had money before, you had enough, and then now and you're not really putting two and two together, like, okay, this person has come into my life and is depleting me. You're not putting two and two together. But as you go in, you're like, oh my gosh, like, hey, once you kind of wake up from it and say, okay, what changed at this very moment? This person came into my life, and my joint went downhill. Like what? I
It's
have
like
no,
the epiphany, like
So it's okay. Now you got to go, sir, ma'am. You have to get up out of my life, because you're causing me to take on your issues and all that other stuff. And you know what? No, I didn't work hard and do the right thing all my life for somebody to come in and turn my world upside down. Because it doesn't just affect me, it affects my children as well. And when you start affecting my children, now you have a problem with me.
you gotta go.
Like you have to go. Um, but so it it's more than just sleeping and having this person around you. It could affect so many other areas of your life. Your nervous system be off, your cortisol levels are high, like you stress out, it. And meanwhile they're just like, it's you ever notice that when someone comes in your life and then they were a mess when they came in your life, then as you guys start to build together or supposedly build together, you go down and then they go up.
They sucking up all your energy, boo. They taking all your good stuff, boo.
Tell
Like pay attention.
that's the sign. That is the sign that, hey, listen, this person is taking everything from you. This person is draining you. And sometimes they're not aware, and sometimes they are. Um,
It's
so
called a
you,
succubus.
huh?
I said that's called a succubus.
Then for you ladies, it's called an incubus, right? And those are just more so spiritual terms, but you got to really pay attention to who you're laying down with and creating soul
Yeah.
ties. Also who you have in your friendship circle that you're creating those soul ties with as well. Family, you can't choose them, but you know what? You can kick them out if they do not. You can kick them out of your life, or kick them out, or create boundaries. I should say, create boundaries with them if you know that they don't mean you any good. Like they are not of your highest
You
good.
said
That
it right the first time. You can kick them out. That listen, I'm realizing it is okay.
yeah,
It is okay.
yeah,
Especially if that person is toxic. It is
yeah,
okay because their toxicity drains you.
yeah,
So it is okay. There's others that you have the boundaries with, and then there's others that you can kick to the curb.
yeah.
You got to use your own discernment to see who falls with, where they may. Like it just is what it is. It's not you're not being mean or anything, but you come first. Your piece comes first, and yeah, I'm at the stage in my life when I realize, oh yeah, homegirl gotta go, or that scallywag. Hear no evil, see no evil.
You know,
Sorry.
and it's time to elevate, right? Elevate. And you have to be around people that you actually want to. um there's some people, your friendship circles have to change, right? Because if you're trying to get to a certain place, then you want to be around those people who are at that place already, and then you can move up from there, right? You're not sucking
Yeah.
from. But what you are is you're taking the information that they're giving you, they're taking the tools and the knowledge that they're willingly giving you in order to move. But it's always like, once you change your surroundings, things you start to elevate, and sometimes it just happens naturally, right? When you that and you raising your vibration, right? Raising your vibration, always thinking positive, always just seeing the glass half full, not the glass half empty. That will raise your vibration. Your aura is going to be on fire, and then you're going to attract those types of people naturally. Now you're going to attract the people that are takers too, but that's where we use our discernment to figure out, okay, this person is not for me, or this person is for me. So we use that discernment there. But
Hmm.
Cole said, you have to be aware of the people around you. You have to be aware of those things, and it's okay to say, okay, you got to go. You know,
Yeah.
we don't have no time for bum behavior, and I'm not calling anyone a bum,
Nah.
okay? But those people who,
But if the shoe fits, wear it. Nah.
we don't have time for that. We don't have time for those people who just or leeches, the people that just want to grab
Yeah.
onto you, grab a hold to you, and have you
And
do
the
all.
ones that grab onto you, they act like they don't even care that they're draining you.
They don't, because it's a benefit to them,
Yeah.
you know. And those people you definitely want to stay away from, because if they're willing to do to gain to your detriment,
Mm-hmm.
get the hell, run,
Yeah.
okay, back. Don't be
Facts.
like, run, and don't turn
And
back.
don't look back.
This is Freddy versus Jason. This is Descom 5. Run and keep going, okay, until you are so far ahead of that person they can't even keep up, okay?
That part.
Because and listen, we joke, but we're speaking of a place of experiences. We've had
Yeah.
set because we've allowed people to suck from us. We've
Yeah.
had setbacks because we allowed the wrong company in our circles. We allow people to have access
Yeah.
to us, and that
Just
weren't.
because we're being nice and trying to be, trying to lift you up, even though we're sitting up there hanging on by a strand, we're still trying to lift you up because we still got that strength to pull you up right with us. But instead of you sitting up there, when we pull you up, you pulling us up because you're going higher, you're sitting up there stepping on us to push us down further. You got to make it make sense.
Right. So it's like, okay, now I've given you a boost. You here with me. But you know what? Some people are, they they live off of, or they don't operate out of love. They operate out of survival. So
Yeah.
so when they get to that level, then they keep going up,
Yeah.
and then push you down as they're going up. But guess what I want to tell people is just be mindful of that, because the same people you meet going up is the same people you meet going down. And you and God doesn't honor a person who uses another person like that, right?
Right.
You think you winning for a little while, but trust me, your day will come, the day will come when you need that same person that you stepped on. That day will come when you need that same person that you stepped on to get ahead. You need that person again, because you're going to be down. And while that person, and if you're like anything like me, you're going to look at them and say, pray like I had to. And then you're going to keep going about your business. Okay. Because, like, what did I say? I think I put in a Facebook post one time, not too long ago, maybe like a week ago. And it was like, be mindful of who you lend a helping hand to.
Mm-hmm.
We're really trying to sow into good ground. We're really trying to sow into things that edify us. And if we're going into bad ground, that means what we're going to reap bad seeds. And the crop
Yeah.
is grow. The ground is it's going to be like Mister's ground in Color Purple. Remember, he did her so dirty, and she was like, "Until you do right by me, everything think about is going."
That part.
And like, and he had to make it right with her, because he knew that it was what he did to her, and he did her like, oh my gosh, he did her so dirty. It ended up working
Yeah.
out ends, but that's a cautionary tale to all of us, because while it's a movie, it's still a cautionary tale. Do what you need to do. Do right by people. Do right by people. Don't use them for what you can get. And if you do utilize somebody gifts or talents or whatever else, make sure that you turn back around and pick that person up. Make sure you turn back around and give them the flowers that they deserve.
I'm about to
Uh,
say you gotta give them credit too. Give credit where credit is due, because I mean it's okay if you're utilizing someone else's tools, but you gotta give them credit because Don't make it seem like it's your own, ish. Give them the credit so they can sit there and, you know, they can flourish as well. Because when you
Right.
giving someone else their credit, that means you're pulling them up by the bootstrings. Okay, you pulling them up like, oh wait, hold on, you falling down. Let me bring you up here too, because
Yeah.
you helped me get here. Type crap.
Nicole, you're so right. And I'm always giving people their flowers. Normally, I do my own stunts. Right? I do my own stunts.
Oh
But
gosh.
but I do like occasions I do get guidance and stuff like that. And I do give those people their flowers because
Yeah.
they've had this journey. And that's what we have to do. So listen, pay attention, y'all, to the people in your camp. Because there may be people digging holes for you so that you can fall in them. So it is a shovel disguised as a smile, and we don't want those type of people. We don't want them to set you back
Yeah.
years because you didn't realize what was going on in the end.
Oh, I got a great movie, Devil's Advocate. You remember that? Remember
Oh,
Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino?
remind.
Um, Al Pacino was basically the devil, and he owned a law firm. And you know how they say the devil has a bunch of kids or whatever the case may be. And can what's his name? Can he? Wow.
Oh, it was Keanu Reeves, right?
Thank you. I could not say his name for
Mhm.
nothing. Yes. So when he realized his wife, they was trying to get his wife, make his wife feel like she was crazy, and they started like changing their face. You remember?
Yes.
So with what you were just saying, like you gotta literally look to see exactly who that person is, okay? Because you're gonna be able to see in their face. Pay attention. You can tell, okay? That way you can know, use your own discernment and move in a different direction. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be some form of deformity going on. You can tell if it be the eyes, if it be the mouth, it could be anything. You're gonna be able to see it.
And
You're
they
gonna be able to see it. Huh?
and they stink. Um, but in that movie, as I'm thinking back to it, in that movie, they essentially wanted him as almost like a sacrifice,
Yes.
right? Because they wanted him to mate with one of the demons.
Yes.
And then so they tried to drive his wife, oh my God, they tried
Yes.
to drive his wife crazy so that she would basically off herself, right? And turn him against her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps.
I
Yes.
remember it was heading in that direction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
I
they were showing her the real them and showing him this happy, happy smile. Everybody is just what it is, and you're gonna love it here.
yes. It was
Devil's advocate.
yes. Yeah, their faces were all distorted and he
Yeah.
couldn't see. They almost, they glamored him.
Yeah.
They glamored him to so that he wouldn't see what they really were, but showed their face to her.
Yeah.
And
Once they got him to come to the law firm to be, to be there, to him it was like all this glamour, but to her, she was in hell,
yeah,
literally.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She was a strong woman. I was like, oh my gosh, my baby was she was woo. As I'm thinking back to the scenes in the movie. I'm like, you know what? Like these things aren't just made up.
Hmm. Yeah.
These are these are real. Some of these things happen to people for real.
Absolutely. You hear people talk about it all the time. Yes.
Yes, and they're made to deem like they're crazy and all this
Yeah.
other. I when I see people and I hear them talking about disturbances, sleep disturbances, and all that other stuff, oh, I believe them
Yeah.
because you know the devil don't break into no empty house. And your house, when I say
Right.
house, that means your temple, your break into an empty house. So he will, if he sees something within you that he wants, he will use people and things closest to you to try to get to you, and cause you to go off track. So yeah, that's exact. I'm gonna have to watch that movie again. I gotta analyze that. Nicole, that was good. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
yeah. You want me back. You want me back because it's true. It's so true. Anyway, do you have anything else for this topic, Nicole?
No, ma'am. I think we covered everything. Just trust your actions. Like trust yourself. Trust yourself to be to make the right decision for you and your family. And
Yeah,
kick them scrubs to the curb.
absolutely. And
And I don't mean just love interest. I mean just everybody.
everybody, everybody. And you know what it boils down to, which everything boils down to now, is the love of self.
Absolutely. That's number one.
Every single thing boils down to that because once you love yourself, once you know exactly what it is that you need, you won't take less than, and you will not settle for any of the shenanigans. You won't settle for anybody in a relationship.
Hmm.
Um, you won't put yourself in those type of situations because you know that one, there's better out there for you, and the person or the people that God has um for you to go on this journey with you won't be ones that cause you to fall into darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Boils. So
Relationships are not hard.
oh my
Remember
gosh.
that. They're not
It-
hard. So if you're in a situation that creates nothing but chaos and conflict or confusion, leave it alone.
yeah, yeah, leave that. Listen, listen, stay away from the men and women who say, I'm not happy over there. They don't.
Gosh.
Stay away from them. Stay away from the married but separated men and women. Um,
Yes.
who are still figuring themselves out. Who, okay, yeah, I may sleep with men or I may sleep with women at the time, but that does not make me homosexual. Stay, like if
Yes,
that's what
it
you want,
does.
go ahead, do your thing.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. And it's okay if that's what you want, but don't sit there and try to
But if
use other
if
people with that. No.
yeah, if that's not what you want, and somebody tries to coerce you to do something that you don't want to do, then you know that person is not for you, right? That's not the person that God has for you. The person who tries to test your boundaries or push your boundaries, that's not.
Mhm. Or the one that sits there. There's the ones that sit there and act like you're the only one for them, but they over there with somebody else too.
Like, just give me time, baby, 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 please, baby, please, baby, please. Messing with me, messing with Quana, you gonna be like, yo, hey, put your mother on the phone. I ain't coming. I don't want those types of. I don't want those types of problems. So with that being said, I stays in my lane, okay? I stays in my lane. I do my thing over here.
Yo, she took it back to Harlem Nights.
Put your mama on the phone. Yeah, I ain't coming home. Messing with Quan.
Yo,
I keep you over there because I don't want those.
listen,
Okay.
that's one of my favorite parts. I'm even going front with you.
So funny.
Yo, she put it on him.
Sunshine was her name. Ciao, bye.
Yo,
Sunshine.
she put it on him.
Put it on that man. But we just make it, trying to make light of it at the end of the show. But thank you so much for watching. Nicole, though, come on.
Yes.
You already know what it be. You know how it
I'm
is.
so sorry. I'm Nicole Jones.
Listen, I'm Quadetary, and you can find us on YouTube at real underscore convos underscore podcast. We are here Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can find us on Facebook.
And Real Conversations 2021.
All right. We're all out of whack because that was funny. We thank you so much for watching us tonight.